Previously on Cobalt Black Gaming.
This is a Survivorlike roguelite, and that's about all I know about it. See, guys, this is why I normally play the game a little bit before I record and make a video, because I am utterly clueless at the moment. And you know what? Let me know in the comments if this is what you prefer. I guess there is a reason why so many channels do it that way. I prefer to be able to at least give some information. Right now, I don't know, man. I'm just doing stuff. We'll see if it works. See, this here is exactly why I don't like doing the whole first run with recording it and everything. Sorry. What I meant to say was welcome back to the channel, Cobalt Black Gaming. I'm your host, Cobalt, and this is why I don't like doing the whole I'm gonna start this game while I'm recording it instead of me starting the game, learning a bit about it, and then recording it. And the reason is because this game has so much more than I saw in the last video that I would be doing a disservice if I didn't, to the developer, if I didn't come back and do another video. Like, after I finished that last video, I kept playing, and this game turned into a whole different game, okay? So first off, see this right here? This is the character you start with. This is the character you start with, okay? You can switch, you unlock other characters and you can switch to them. So I just played with her. She's great because shields come back, so you basically just get health pickups that way. Not only that, but I just did a run of this and I unlocked a weird deer ice dog. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. And you can pet it, and any game where you can pet the doggos is a great game. Okay, so yeah, this is why I like playing the game for an hour or two before I do a video on it, because I'm right back doing another video on it right now, because honestly, this game just kept unfolding and having more stuff. And again, I don't want to sell a game short on my channel, especially if it is, it could be a cool hidden gem. So yeah, we are back here because of that fact. So I went much further in the run, this last run, with this character because she can regen her health effectively, or at least the first two of her health effectively. So yeah, that's why we are back here. We're looking at the different meta progression systems. I'm actually gonna upgrade this shot again because weapon attack speed kind of seems, a lot of things proc off of a certain number of weapon attacks, so weapon attack speed kind of seems goated in this. So we're gonna do another run. I switched the little passive I have to slow-mo, which is phenomenal because basically as long as you're cognizant of what's going on, you don't get hit by projectiles, which was the big problem in my last video, was those projectiles were messing me up. I switched my character, and now I got the dog. I haven't seen what the dog does, okay? That was brand new after my last run, and I sat here staring at this screen and was like, I have to make another video. I have to do it. I don't want to sell a game short because I didn't take the time to get to know it. And, like, that's not fair to you guys, that's not fair to the developer, that's not fair to anybody. So we're back in here. I've also gotten a crazy amount more skills. So you unlock a bunch more stuff, and some of them are pretty wacky. We're going to do the star projectile because that's pretty dope. That was kind of how the build was going that I made last time, but I wasn't doing it with the projectile weapon, so now we're going to see how this goes. I think this caters a lot better to attacking, like, builds that proc off of attacks. So we're going to go with mirror double because that also increases the number of projectiles shot. So mirror double is insane. Like, I think that's one of those things I kind of have to pick up regardless of anything, right? Anytime I have a build with even one projectile skill, that's amazing. But yeah, no, I had to do another video. This game is a much cooler Survivors-like than I thought it was going to be. And it is much deeper than I had any inkling that it was going to get, and that's awesome. I don't know if you can tell, but I am excited. I love when games, especially Survivor likes, have a deep progression system with a lot of customization. I love that because that is what I like in any game. I want it to feel like my own. I want to feel like my game is kind of different than your game. I know it's not, right? Like, there's a meta and things, but I want to feel like I can play that game to exactly how I want to play it. So this game is really cool, really excites me. Yeah, we're back in it. Stardust is great. This was another one I picked up. Basically it shoots things based on me picking up XP, which, well, that's what we want to do anyways. So I think we're just going to focus on trying to make like a crazy projectile build. I found when I was doing my melee build, the boss at the end of this, he has a few moves that are essentially a big fat get away from me. So I think what'll help with that is doing projectiles. We're going to do rapid strikes. Oh, what is that? Okay, that seems like we are now... Oh, we're now just getting dew from everything. That's awesome. Gotta love getting all this meta progression stuff. That was crazy. Powerful attack. We're gonna go with the second charge of mirror double. But yeah, this game is a lot cooler than I originally thought it was going to be, and it's super fun. To be clear, I didn't think it was going to be bad. I am almost never going to pick a game for these daily videos that I think is going to be bad. All right, if I ever do play a game that I think is going to be bad, it's because, I don't know, someone paid me, or it's so bad it's good, or maybe it'll be one of those games, you know, if I'm really looking forward to it and talking about it a lot, I will play it and then find out it's bad. But I'm never going to pick a game I think is bad, but this game has surpassed my expectations. It is definitely... This is one of those Survivor likes I can see myself sinking a bit of time into because of how the progression unfolds in it. It makes it feel like there's something for me to chase. And I think that's huge in Survivor likes, because if you don't have that feeling, then why are you playing it, right? And now some people really they want to play the same thing, or they really like to chase that you know, high score. I've never been the high score guy. That's never been how I work. Having a engaging progression system where I unlock more things the further I go and the more I play the game, that is the way to keep me interested in it. So that is why I'm so excited about this. Although it's funny, ever since I started doing these videos for, you know, a new game a day, it's actually been really hard to keep up with games. There's a lot of games now that I end up just playing just once and kind of walking away from and never returning to, which is sad. It is helping me see a lot more games though, which is cool. Yeah, so this is definitely pretty dope. I like this dog just following you and occasionally doing an AoE frost blast. kind of just keeping everything in check. We'll see how well the dog works once this starts getting a little bit more hectic. So last time I went with Leaf Blade, I actually think I'm going to go with Soul Bloom this time. I think... Yep, there it is. I was going to say, I think the chance to mark stuff is actually going to end up being huge for me. So we're gonna take that. Yeah, they take more damage. The question is, it looks like they do damage when they die, when they explode. That's pretty cool, too. Okay. I'll take it. That seems like a very good way to handle a large crowd of things when you're going for a projectile-focused build that's more single-target oriented. Let's see. I would love to do this. So that's the other thing. This new mechanic has been added, where he'll come up and give you kind of a bargain, where he'll level up a skill multiple times. So you see this is gaining 3 levels in one fell swoop, but that heat level goes up. Now, I haven't actually read what that means, but I'm gonna, you know what? Let's try it. Fire Curse level 2, 7% chance enemies spawn with extra movement speed, 26% chance the next encounter rewards may be hidden. That's crazy. More loot dropped by enemies and breakable objects. Okay, that's pretty cool, though. When your projectile kills a target, it bounces towards the next target. It also has a chance to bounce on hit. Extra projectiles are now shot simultaneously in a spread. Increase the amount of projectiles. We're going to go with this. Okay, yeah, this is... I'm glad I went with that Fire Curse to find out what it did. That's pretty cool. It also had enough positives with it that I feel like it is worth it. Sometimes in roguelikes, I find the bargain systems aren't always balanced. Like, they don't always offer enough of a positive to make up for the negatives that they're selling. So this is pretty cool. Oh! So yeah, I unlocked a thing that said your character might evolve. And I guess this is that. I guess that's what's happening right now. Gain 1 shield every time you face a swarm. Every time you level up, you gain a reroll token. Each time you skip a fire card, restore 1 health point. That's pretty good. I'm going to go with the shield every time you face a swarm, because the shields also regen, so getting even more of them is crazy. We're going to go with Nature's Bounty. Gotta pick up that meta progression. Really can't ignore it in any game. I never will be that guy. All about those investments. I wish I could kind of control what this marks a little bit better, because I would love it to mark, you know, the boss here. That's the other thing I like about this character with the shields and the regen. I will use it to tactically take damage sometimes. I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to take this damage, and that'll be fine for me because of X, Y, and Z. We're going to increase Dancing Stars because I feel like I've been neglecting it. More Great Barrage, hell yeah. And what I'm also liking is same character, but this run is feeling remarkably different from the last run. And I always love that when it really feels like run to run things are unique and interesting. Increase damage from all skill cards, reduce the cooldown. That'll increase that. We're just gonna do Dancing Stars. I'll only take those general ones if they actually apply to most of my skills. If it's only one, I'd rather just upgrade the skill and call it a day. Yeah, damage with this projectile build feels a lot more deliberate and useful. Like, I feel like I can look at something and go, I want to get rid of you, and then I can get rid of it. Increase the amount of projectiles. They now have a chance to inflict Starlight. Increases the skills Pierce. Projectiles now return to the player when they reach max range. We're going to go with Amount, and then we might do that Pierce later. Especially because it returns. Gotta love anything becoming a boomerang in these games. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I don't want to get hit, but I'm gonna get hit. Yep, there it is. We're gonna go with Barrage. Got to. I've never tried grabbing a heart when I am missing a shield. I don't know if that will recover it or not. I can imagine it wouldn't, right? Like if I put, especially the way the shield mechanic works, where it can recover itself, I would imagine it wouldn't. Attacks have a chance to summon thunder that may inflict shock. I think we've got to go for that. Because I attack quite quickly and quite often. Yeah. Okay, that thunder is doing work. Extra projectiles now shoot simultaneously in a spread and increase the amount. Your weapon projectiles now have a chance to inflict Starlight. We're gonna go with the Starlight because I have a lot of projectiles running around, so if things are inflicted with Starlight, I think that's gonna translate to big damage. Alright, we're gonna go up and grab this. Astral Potency, Laser, no thank you. Go with Dancing Stars. I don't want to up my fire anymore because, again, not too sure what the consequences of that feel like, right? I can read them, but... Although that one was pretty tempting. I mean, that was like 5 levels in one. It's crazy. It's only 2 levels going up? I don't... No, not worth. Oh, increase the duration of your debuffs. I should probably pick that one up. Considering I have Starlight and Mark. But yeah, no, I mean, I will say, so far I've been having a blast with this one. It's so much so that I felt I needed to come back and make another video on it. Which I don't think is something I'm going to do often. Enemies may now drop Twinkle Stars. When picked up, they turn into Stardust. Interesting. On-impact projectiles have a chance to split to 2 weaker... It's gonna be that. That's gonna be more reliable damage, I believe. Don't get me wrong, I think the other one would have been good, but it was only an 8% chance. Which I guess with this many enemies on screen is still a lot, but... Alright, new encounter. Oh yeah, we haven't upgraded... Soul Bloom. That might be why I've constantly felt like I wanted it to be better. Okay, we're gonna go up here and handle getting this meta progression because duh. And since it's so close, we're gonna grab this XP. And now we're gonna go grab that chest. Yeah, getting an extra shield on swarms on this character, amazing. I actually want higher movement speed. We're gonna go with that. Oh boy, there's a heart over there. Okay, I can test whether that will refill shield or not. Again, I imagine not, but who knows? Okay, Nature's Bounty, Dirty Bomb. I'm gonna go with Nature's Bounty. Nice. I'm glad we got the egg. That's pretty cool. So far, I've only been able to see those from events, but... Taking damage, inflict mark on all enemies around you. Killing an enemy using weapon attacks is a chance to trigger this skill. 20% chance? That's pretty nuts. Okay, we are missing 1.5 shield. Let's see if we can put that back. Increases the speed of the skill's projectiles and reduces the number of attacks required. Spawn another set of projectiles behind you. Alright, so yeah, no, I'm not missing health. I can't pick that up. That's good to know. It works exactly like I thought it would. Which is smart. Again, would have been super weird if it was renewable and refillable. Temporarily increase your weapon damage after leveling up, but reduce your XP growth. That's crazy. I'm a firm believer in increased XP growth. Like, I feel like I would get that if it popped up right before the final boss or something. Then I would pick it up. But not just in the middle of the level. Okay, this one wasn't crazy, but... I think that's because I have so much stuff fully upgraded already. Ooh, we're gonna go with Manafall. Manafall's pretty cool. It drops those projectiles from the sky, and then after a little bit of time, or you attacking them, they explode and deal damage. Doesn't quite go with the theme of the build, but I like them, so I picked it anyways. Alright, we can evolve Soul Bloom. Inflict mark on all enemies in a small area around the target. On dash, deal damage to all enemies inflicted with mark. Nope, we're doing this one. I want more things inflicted with mark. I don't need them to get damaged. I have so much pierce and projectile split on my other things that they'll get hit. Manafall, or... yeah, we're gonna go with Thunderstrike, because that seems to have been proccing a good amount. Either that, or I just see it a lot because it's very flashy, and therefore have a confirmation bias to thinking that that works, but I don't think so. I think it's doing its job. Minimum counter, okay. We're gonna, similarly to what we did last time, we're gonna mosey on over here. Grab this XP first. Yeah, this works. I'm glad I turned the Soul Bloom into what I did. This skill now targets a small area. After its initial strike, lightning leaps towards other targets, inflicting shock. So now it's chain lightning? Yes, please. I always go for chain lightning. I love lightning, and I love it hitting everybody I'm mad at. So, perfect. Alright, yeah, this build is feeling quite good. But you can see how this is night and day from my last video, right? Like, actual progress, and it feels like I'm playing the game instead of just dying on my first couple runs. Incoming swarm, so now I have another shield. And there's a skull over there. Do I go to the skull? I think normally you're supposed to stay away from skulls, but... We're gonna do this one, because I did the other one last time. Oh, that's so cool. Just drops and pulls everything in. Which is the cool part about that is that's also gonna be localized loot, too. Okay, I need to pay attention to things. What is this? Everybody on screen's poisoned. Okay. It did something like I thought it would do. Shrooms, rapid strike. We're gonna do rapid strikes. We need to be hitting more often. Thunderstrike it is. Yeah, we're just gonna get this guy finished up. Perfect. When you take damage, trigger the skill 3 times on enemy that harmed you. When this skill is triggered, it hits 2 additional targets on the map. I'm gonna go with this. I don't like building for taking damage. Incoming swarm, so that's yet another shield. That was a crazy pickup. That evolution is insane. I feel like that's not balanced. But we'll see once it comes boss time, right? Like, the level can be easy and then the boss can still put you in the ground. It's kind of why they exist. Although I'm not gonna lie, with all of the lightning going around, I kind of hope... Hold on, let's check. Show damage numbers. Enable screen shake. Show laser pointer. Brightness, screen percentage. Okay. I wanted to see if this had a similar soulstone thing where I can make the particle effects less. Because there's quite a few of them, and it would be nice to be able to see things easier. Like, it's not horrible, but... yeah, when the lightning really pops off, it pops off. Okay. Crystals now emit lasers towards each other, dealing a portion of the projectile damage. What? Oh my god. Okay, that's just cool. I don't even care if that's not good. It's cool as hell. Alright? That's like one of those skills. Every one of these games has a couple of those skills where it's like, it's not that great, but it's so cool, I will still pick it. This is that skill for me. I mean, it might actually be really good. I actually, can you see stats? No. Okay. I would love if... those are 2 things Soulstone does that I think every single Survivor-like should do. You should be able to turn down your particle effects, and you should be able to see what is doing the most damage, at the very least. Alright, looks like we're finished here, so I think we are about to go to the boss. We're gonna do rapid strikes for that. We're gonna do rapid strikes for that again. Finish off rapid strikes. We're gonna do wind run, because I kind of want to try to actually clear this, and I think movement speed will help. So this is the boss. And this is what I was talking about, why I wanted to go with the projectile and not the melee weapon, because he does this, and I feel like I need to run away from it every time. Yeah, we are doing so much more damage than I did on my last run. This is insane, actually. There we go. Nice and easy dodge. Oh yeah, this boss is nothing now. Okay, that's crazy. That's the other thing I want to see is like the next levels and how they progressively make this more difficult. Because already I feel a massive power spike in comparison to what I was doing before. Okay, let's make sure we collect all of the meta progression currency around here. Can't miss a single dewdrop. I don't even care about the XP that much right now. I think I should, but I actually don't know what is the next move, to be honest. Curse reduce? Okay. Oh, okay, it does. It just shows it at the end. I wish you could see this during like a pause screen, but that's cool. So let's see. Dancing Stars did the most. Yeah, that seemed Diesel. Followed by Stardust, then Thunderstrike, Great Barrage, Manafall, and Soul Bloom. Okay. That was a pretty good build. Pretty successful, I'd say. And we just unlocked some more stuff. Oh. Okay. We'll see what that weapon does. Okay, so this is to replace the dog. And we have a new area, the Frozen Pond. Awesome. Shockwave. That's pretty cool. Thunder Spear. That's really cool. And elemental damage. Okay. And do we level up slow-mo again? No, we only got halfway. That's fine. Alright, that was awesome. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you're still watching after all this time, a like and a subscribe would be hugely appreciated. And yeah, if you found this game to be even more interesting the second time than the first time, because I know I did, you can check out the link in the description. That'll take you right to Steam and where this game is. Y'all have a fantastic day. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Peace out.